Hi, Pirates. It's Miss Larashi, your college and career counselor. Today I want to give you some information about how to use our new SchooLinks system to request your transcripts, your letters of recommendation, any other school documents for college, as well as how to use the Common Application if you are going to be using that. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you'll need to do is to log into SchooLinks. Remember that you can log in through Clever, and you will use your Active Directory information to log in, the same way that you log into your computer. Once you're logged in to SchooLinks, you should see this dashboard. If you don't see the dashboard, then you're probably going to first see a short assessment that you'll need to complete. After you complete that, you'll always come in and see your dashboard as you are seeing it right now. Reminders across the top, you have to-do list items, your school events where you can see all of the workshops, college visits, college fairs, field trips, and you can easily click on that particular event and register, read the details, etc. When you register for events, you will get reminders so that those will pop right up there at the top. And back here on the to-do list, one of the things I see here that you might be needing to use is a recommendation letter brag sheet. This is a short survey that you would complete, answering some questions about your interests, activities, accomplishments, etc. And after you complete that survey, then the information would be available to teachers and counselors to help them when they write your letter of recommendation. Also remember to keep an eye on your notifications in the top right corner. These notifications oftentimes have reminders of events that you've signed up for. They will have messages from me or resources such as, hey, here's a new scholarship for you to consider. So keep an eye on those notifications. But for today, we're going to focus on how to request letters of recommendation, transcripts, and other documents. So from your dashboard, you will go to the left, click on Colleges and College Applications. Now, if this is your first time in, this screen will be pretty blank for you. But let me show you how to use it. There are two ways to apply to a college. The first way to apply to a college is directly on the college's website. If you apply directly on a college website, then you will come to SchooLinks, click Add Application. You will type out the full name of the college that you just applied to, and you will type it out until it pops up. Hover over the name of the college, and then click Add Application. Apparently I've already added that one, so let me try a different one. So Illinois College, I'm going to hover over Illinois College and then Add Application. Next, you'll see a page about Illinois College, and it will ask you a few questions. First is, how did you apply? Did you use the Common Application, the school's website application, or a different one? In this case, we used the school's website application, so we'll highlight that. Next, it will ask you for the deadline that you are aiming for. I recommend that you always select the earliest deadline that you can. So in this case, it would be early action. You may have a few more questions. One that you should answer is this one. I will be completing the FAFSA form. That is to apply for financial aid, and we will be doing that in December and January. And then you may have a couple more questions about test scores. If they're optional, then you can skip over it and save your application. Now you see Illinois College's checklist page, And this is really handy because it provides you with a student checklist. These are the items that you need to do. Once you've submitted your application, you can click that box to show yourself and me that you have, in fact, completed the application. And then once we complete the FAFSA, you can check that box. In the center will be teacher recommendations. In this case, the teacher recommendation is optional. So if you would like to send a letter, maybe because your GPA is a little bit lower than the college is expecting, what you will do is first ask a teacher for permission if they would write you a letter of recommendation. If they say yes, then you will come back to SchooLinks under Illinois College and you would request the teacher by actually typing in the teacher's name until it pops up. Select the teacher, click next. I think it's nice to write the teacher a short thank you note. Thank you so much for writing my letter of recommendation. My deadline is December 1st, etc. And then that teacher's recommendation would show up right here. The teacher would receive an email so that he or she can upload the letter confidentially and send it to the college, and you would be able to see that that has occurred. Teacher and counselor letters of recommendation should not be given to a student and sent to a college. Those letters should always go directly from the recommender to the college. Lastly, on the right-hand side is the counselor pieces. The transcript, which is needed by every college, that is something that I will send. If you qualify for a fee waiver because of low income status, I will send that fee waiver. If there is a counselor letter of recommendation required, that will show here. But please note, the counselor letter needs to be asked just the same as a teacher letter. So you will need to ask a counselor that you would like to have write your letter. Ask them first, give them 2 weeks notice, and then that counselor will write the letter. They will send it to me and I will load it. So you can choose, typically your 9 to 11 counselor would be probably the person to write the letter since they've known you the longest. But you can also ask someone like a coach or a club sponsor who knows you really well. You can ask me if I know you well. So it needs to be someone that personally knows you that can speak to the counselor side of the letter. So this serves as a checklist between you and me and the college, and so we know exactly where everyone is and what has been submitted. If we go back, you will now see on your dashboard that Illinois College has been added to your working list of schools. You can always click the pencil icon to go in and edit. So when you finish your FAFSA, you can come in here and edit that you have completed your FAFSA. And then we will see that Illinois College moves into the completed pile, which means that the college now is reviewing your application and waiting to make a decision. Once you have been admitted to a college or you receive a decision, you can click the pencil icon again and you can change the results to hopefully accepted, save it, and then go back and we will see now that Illinois College is in your accepted column. Okay, so our goal is to start over here with incomplete or applications that you're working on and get them to be moved over here to the accepted. This page is only something that you and I can see, so no one else will see the colleges that you're applying to or the college results. So this is a communication tool between the two of us so that I know what transcripts and other documents need to be sent. Okay. And again, when you click on a college, if you're wondering, Did a teacher send your letter? Did Miss Larashi send my transcript? When you click on a college and you look at the teacher and counselor steps, when those things have been completed, they will be marked here with the date, and they will be marked green, so you know that they have been completed. Also, please note that transcripts and school documents should be requested at least 5 school days before they are due. So that is how it works if you want, if you are applying to colleges directly on their website. You just simply go to Add Application, type in the full name of the college until it pops up, hover over it, add it, and then answer the questions about that college so they can be added to your list. If you decide you don't want to apply to that college, you can also simply say will not complete, and then that notifies me, and it's not on your list anymore. Okay? The other way that you can apply to colleges is through the Common Application. The Common Application is a centralized application that is used by about 1/4 of the colleges in the U.S. So about 25% of colleges will use the Common Application. Before you decide to use the Common Application, you should probably check if your schools are using it. The Common Application benefit is that if your schools are all using the Common Application, then you can complete one application and use it for all of those schools. The downside of the Common Application is if some of your schools are using it, some of them aren't, it's a pretty long application. It will probably take you a couple of hours, plus you have to write an essay. If you apply directly on a college website, such as Mizzou's website, those applications usually only take you about 15 minutes. So you can use either style, just use whatever makes the most sense for you and your time. If you're using the Common Application, you're going to come to SchooLinks, and you will need to connect the Common Application to SchooLinks. And it's a very simple process. You're going to click Connect over here on the left, and you're just going to follow the links. So it is going to route you back and forth between your Common Application and your SchooLinks account. And in this case, it'll just redirect you back and forth as it's connecting. You might have a couple more steps in there, but it will connect it. And so now we can see here on my SchooLinks that the Common Application has been linked to my SchooLinks. When that happens, you'll also need to complete the FERPA agreement. And the FERPA agreement basically is saying that you are waiving your rights to review any letters of recommendation. Looks like I had a little bit of a technical error there. If sometimes what you have to do in the Common App is you may have to add a new college to your Common App for it to connect. So give me a second here, and let's see if we can get that to connect. Okay, so now it has connected, and you can see here it's connected in the green. And what you'll see once it's connected is now all of my Common Application schools, notice here with the Common Application logo, all of the schools for my Common Application are now populated to my SchooLinks. Okay? So whether I'm applying directly to the college's website, such as this first one, or I'm using the Common Application, all of my schools now are showing up on SchooLinks. Okay? And that's important because that SchooLinks is how we will send your transcripts and your other Pattonville documents. So for example, in Adelphi, you're applying through the Common Application, and it says that right here under the student checklist. It says you have to complete your Common Application for Adelphi. And if you choose to send your test scores, you have to do that. Here on the teacher, again, if you want to have a teacher recommendation, you would add it right here. And then you will see over here on the counselor documents, for this Common Application school, I have to complete a school report, which includes your transcript. There is a counselor recommendation that you'll need to ask for. And if there was anything else, it would be here. We can go back and you can look at another Common Application school. So if we look at Amherst, we see that Amherst, you have to submit your Common Application for Amherst. They require 2 teacher letters of recommendation, which you will need to request. And then for counselors, they request the school report and transcript. You'll need to ask for a counselor letter. And then I will do a mid-year report in January. So every college has a little bit different different list of what they require, but you can see that simply by clicking on each college and seeing what they require. Okay? So just to recap, if you are applying directly on a college website, all you need to do is come to SchooLinks, add your college application to your list, and then we'll be able to send your transcript and other documents. If you are using the Common Application, then you will need to come to SchooLinks and connect your Common Application to your SchooLinks account. And then everything that you do on Common Application will automatically populate to SchooLinks so that we can send your documents. Okay? Hopefully that has helped explain how the systems work so that we can get your documents to your colleges and stay in contact with each other. If you have questions, please let me know. And if you haven't scheduled your meeting yet for individual help, I hope you'll do that as well. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a great day. Bye-bye.